What's up? This is your captain. I say I went to 3 here to do my top 10 favorite to my Bankais. There are, of course, going to be some honorable mentions. I will also give a very brief reason why I actually ranked these Bankais the actual way that they are. And also there is a tie for number 2. But let's start us off with number 10, Minazuki. Okay. Hono Hana's Bankai has the same name as this actual Shikai. And even though we don't know a lot as actually about Hono Hana's Bankai, we do know a lot about Hoshikai. Hoshikai summons this huge green manta ray. Okay. And it swallows those that are wounded, and they heal within the stomach. Within the stomach, fluid within Minazuki. But this is the Bankai. So my guess that's actually on in this Minazuki as in Bankai form. It's pretty much the same manta ray, but it's turned inside out. And the only reason why those body fluids inside Minazuki's stomach healed was because of the body. But the second that those fluids come out of the come out of the actual body, they turn deadly. That's what I'm assuming. Because of course we never got an explanation as actually just what Hana's Bankai does. But seeing as how she is the first Kenpachi, and seeing as how her Shikai heals, I would have to assume her Bankai is super deadly. So that's my whole thought on that. But that's why she is number 10. Number 9. Is Kensei's Tenken Shikaze. Alright. The actual, the first time he actually used his Bankai was actually during the fake Town arc. He was gonna fight Wonderwise, but we didn't actually get to see what his Bankai did. We don't get to see what his Bankai does. That is until he fights Masculine. And we actually see, like I said in my actual review of the actual chapter, I actually forget which one it actually was, but basically the actual way that his Bankai walks is that basically he can hit the target multiple times just as long as his fist is still connecting with the target. Which actually during the actual review I actually compared Gensei's Bankai that is actually to that is actually to Toiko's break punch. It's kind of the same kind of effect, but it's obviously a lot more powerful because, of course, Kensei is a actual soul people, and if he had used his and I bet if he had used his actual mask, he probably would have done a lot better with the actual fight. Same with that goes the same with Dr. Rose, but I'll get to him later. Okay, but that's why Kensei's Bankai is ranked number 9. Number 8, Gin's Kamishininari. Alright. Gin's Bankai is ranked 8 because because he has a very awesome Bankai, but it's a very simplistic Bankai. But he lies about it twice, but it's for a good reason. He of course lied to Aizen as about what his Bankai actually does. He also lies to he lies to Ichigo as about it too. Well, the first one was a lie, but the other one was a half truth. The actual lie was, of course, that basically Nobodi's power came from its actual overall length, which was obviously a bull-faced lie. There was its actual speed, which in a sense is true, but that's not where its true power lies. Its true power lies and within the actual brief moment when the blade is actually extending. When the blade is extending, it turns into a very deadly poison. So when Gin stabbed Aizen, that is actually right after he touched the actual blade. Aizen's Yoka Suigetsu. He left a piece of his sword right inside Aizen's chest. And I'm that. And the only reason for that is just so Gin can pretty much attack Aizen directly and pretty much hopefully end and everything right then and there. But obviously, when he almost disintegrated like 40% of Aizen's body, and actually grabbed the Kokyoku from Aizen, all that did is piss him off and make him grow stronger. But yeah, that's why Gin's Bankai is ranked number 8. Okay. Number 6. Not number 6, number 7. Hikaku's Raymond Kuzukimaru. That is ranked number 7. Mainly because it's a very imperfect Bankai, and it can be so much better if Hikaku took the time to properly master his actual Bankai, but he honestly has not done that at all. You know, mainly because he wants to keep his Bankai a secret. But I'm pretty sure everyone in the Gotei knows that Ikaku has a Bankai, especially Squad 12. Yeah, especially Squad 12. They fucking know Ikaku has a Bankai. They know. Everyone knows Ikaku has a Bankai. But Ikaku's Bankai is a very imperfect Bankai. It's mainly power based. You know, it's got very little defense. If it had any actual some form of defense, it wouldn't break as easily as it wouldn't break as easily as it actually did the actual one and only time that Hikaku uses his Bankai within the actual canon of the actual series. So that's why Hikaku's Bankai is ranked number 7. Number 6 is, of course, Kenpachi's Nameless Bankai. Now, there are a lot of speculation as actually, as on the name, as actually of Kenpachi's Bankai. The biggest one is basically Kenpachi's Bankai is actually called Sampu Genju Nozuwashi. And the actual Sampu Genju comes from Yaku's Shikai that she did, of course, use. But the actual chapter right before Kenpachi's Bankai is actually shown, it is officially then confirmed Yakudo is, of course, Kenpachi's Sanpato. So I do see the actual logic with the actual name. But unless Kubo says himself within an actual data book, that is what Kenpachi's Bankai's. That's exactly what the name of his actual Bankai is. It's all just guesses. But Kenpachi's Bankai, the actual reason why it is ranked number 6 is mainly because it is Kenpachi's Bankai. When we got it, we didn't think we would ever get it at all. You know, I would have been perfectly happy if we never actually got it, but since how we did, I am super stoked. I am excited. You know, Kenpachi's Bankai is definitely in my top 6. It's in my top 6. Bankais, definitely. But when he goes into, well, I should say, when he went into Bankai, he was forced to go Bankai. That was actually via He was forced to go Bankai. His skin turned actual red hue. His eyes lost its pupils. He actually grew horns like an oni, and basically Nozarashi, while it's in a Shikai form, it's a giant meat cleaver. But when it's in Bankai, it looks very misshapen. It looks, it actually looks very, very mangled, which is kind of a sort I would expect an oni to actually use. And when Kenpachi goes, when he's in this form, he's pretty much full on rage mode. He's on full beast mode. And it's actually not just the actual cutting power that is increased in his actual sword, because it obviously is. But it's also his all physical strength, and basically this is something that I missed with my actual review when I first actually read this. When basically Gerard first actually saw this new form, he went to punch Adam, and pretty much I actually thought Kenpachi was actually yelling, but he wasn't. He was actually grabbing Gerard's fist with his teeth, and just with one quick jerk of his actual neck, just whipped Gerard's arm right, to the actual shoulder, right out of its socket, and just tossed it aside. Shit. Yeah. And then, pretty much, Kenpachi, he leaps up and cuts Gerard right in half. but of course, all reforms and basically while Kapachi she was going to attack one more time, White Heel, his arm just snaps out. He goes back like this, and his arm just snaps right off. Like he's so strong in his actual Bankai form, his own body can't handle it. His own body can't handle it. But yeah, but yeah, that's actually why Kapachi is ranked number 6. Number 5. Toshiro Hitsugaya's mature Bankai. Alright. Now, I know a lot of people they have given Toshiro a lot of, they've given a lot of shit, and I'm actually one of those people who is, of course, guilty of it. But that's only because I wanted so much more from him. But Toshiro's mature Bankai is pretty much everything that I had expected from Toshiro all of this time. Alright, he is absolutely older. And Rukia plus also Renji. But he still looked a lot younger than them. So basically the reason why he looks so damn young, I know that in the Soul Society you actually age slower, but you never age that slow. You never age that slow. Because from the time when the Sheen was actually captain, and basically Toshiro was actually third seat, there was very little difference. Actually, height wise, that was actually from third seat Toshiro to when we first see Toshiro as an actual captain. There was very little difference. He does look a little older, maybe a little tall by by 1 or 2 inches, but that's about it. But the actual reason why he's why he's so young, because his Bankai is not fully mature yet. So basically Toshiro has a very deep connection with his Zanpakuto, that he actually grows older. He actually matures with his Bankai. So when he first uses his actual mature Bankai, it is of course when he's fighting Gerard with exactly with also Kenpachi. With his mature Bankai, 4 seconds upon activating it, can freeze whatever is in front of them frozen solid, and including a Weishibo that Gerard finally decides to actually use. He even freezes a shield in mid-air. He even froze Gerard Valkyrie to his core, breaking his body down to his actual legs. But of course, he did have some help, but that was still kind of, still, most of it was, of course, Toshiro. Byakuya still took out the actual head. Of course, Joel reformed in the most bullshit way possible, but I'm not here to talk about that. Anyway, of course, Toshiro, he has ice spells. I love ice spells. So yeah, that's why Toshiro, he's actually ranked number 5. Number 4. Sagane's Tokyo Tenken Myoto plus also the actual Dangai Joe form. Now, just like Toshiro, there's a lot of people that actually give Sagine a lot of shit. But I am, of course, I'm actually happy to actually say this. I'm not one of those people. Because Sagine's Bankai is the only Bankai that actually heals with its owner. Whenever damage is actually dealt to his actual Bankai directly, Sagine takes the actual damage, takes the damage also. Which actually really says a lot for his actual defense plus also his endurance has his endurance as well, but it's also his actual willpower also. When Sagine goes Bankai, he summons a giant armored samurai warrior that basically she copies all of Sagine's moves. Pretty much. The actual best time Sagine uses his Bankai is actually when he fights Po during the fake arc. Sagine just big smacks Po down, probably tries to follow a actual Seto right at his actual Bankai, and pretty much Sanjin just uses his Bankai to shove that Seto right down Poe's throat. And the first time he ever uses the Dangai, I should say the one and only time, Sanjin uses the actual Dangai Joe form is when he fights Bambietta. And alright, how he gets the actual Dangai Joe form is through an actual ritual that his clan has. He kind of removes his own heart and he sets it inside of a dish, and it's all for I have to assume the actual eldest of the actual clan, and basically Sanjin takes on a more humanoid form, and upon using his Bankai, normally his Bankai would be clad in armor, but in the Dangai Joe form, that armor is gone. So it's just reishi. Just a huge mass of reishi. Just pure reishi. So whenever, Dangai Joe takes a hit, that hit does not, it does not reflect back on a Sanjin. Because as Sanjin said, you can't hurt something that is already dead. Because essentially, Sanjin, he did rip out his own heart, so technically, he is dead. The armor that that his Bankai had on was essentially life. So that's how the actual wounds got shared. That's actually between Sanjin's Bankai and himself. So that's why Sanjin's Bankai is ranked number 4. Number 3, Rukia's Hakano Tsugame. Alright, Rukia's Shikai was already known as the most beautiful Zappato in the entire Soul Society city. But when she goes Bankai, she's kind of clad in a white icy kimono, holding her Zanpakuto, which actually I assume doesn't change that much, but she's in all white, pure, perfect snow white. And of course, as you can actually guess, Rukia Zanpakuto is an ice type. It's an ice and snow Zanpakuto. It is, of course, the most beautiful Zanpakuto within the Soul Society in both Shikai and also Bankai. When she releases her Bankai, there is an AOE, which is of course area of effect. It's not exactly mentioned what the range of the AOE is, but obviously Asnot was of course within range, and he got full blast of that Bankai when of course Rukia released it when he was fighting her and got turned into ice dust. And pretty much just as soon as Asnot was actually defeated, Byakuya said that is a very, Bankai is very stunning. It's a very stunning Bankai. He actually gave, Rukia he gave Rukia an actual compliment as actually on a Bankai, that she has improved very greatly, which of course is actually coming from Byakuya, and actually shows just how much Byakuya himself has actually grown too. But I'll get to him later. Okay, number 2 is of course a tie between Renji's true Bankai and plus also Shunsui's Bankai. But let's talk about Renji first. Renji's true Bankai, Soho Zabiyamato. And the reason why it is tied for number 2 exactly with Shunsui's Bankai is of course because his first Bankai, Hihiho Zabiyamato, very unbalanced. And I'll explain why. We of course saw what Zabiyamato looks like within the canon of the actual manga. The main body is a baboon with a snake tail. It's essentially a chimera. It's a mix of chimera is a beast composed of one or two. It is actually 2 or more creatures. But the actual main body is a actual baboon, and the snake is the actual tail. But they are 2 very separate beings. They're very separate. Renji Shikai mostly utilizes the snake half. So same thing exactly with Renji's first Bankai, Hihiho Zabiyamato. There was a little hint of the actual baboon in there, but not as much. So the actual main reason why Soho Yamato is actually ranked number 2 is because Soho Yamato is the perfect balance between both. Yeah, you have the snake half. You have the snake bonehead that is covering the actual covering the actual blade, and you have the typical baboon segments going actually behind it. Which of course Renji can actually change the form of the actual blade itself at will. But he also has a hulking baboon arm that basically he can actually control at will. So, like I said, Soho Yamato is the perfect balance. That perfect balance between the baboon and also snake side as of his actual Zanpakuto. Perfect balance. And that's why he is tied with Shunsui's Bankai, Katen Yakatsu, Kamatsu Shinju. Okay. And the actual reason why Shunsui's Bankai is actually ranked number 2 is because his Bankai was actually one of the most hyped up Bankais ever. It was so hyped up. The only other, the only Bankai that actually had more hype behind it, well, at least from my perspective, was of course Kisuke's, but I'll get to him later. Link. But Shunsui's Bankai was actually hinted at while he was fighting with Talk. Shoshiro says that basically you should not use your Bankai where others can actually see it. Okay, so that means it was an AoE, and of course an AoE stands for area of effect. So the first and only time Shunsui used his Bankai was against Lilybell. The swords themselves don't actually change, but a few things are actually summoned. One is, of course, the AoE, the area of effect. But there are two things. They are, of course, Kata and Yakatsu themselves. Yes. Shunshui's Bankai makes canon. The actual two Zanpakuto spirits that actually do make up Katen Yakatsu that were featured within the actual Zanpakuto Rebellion arc, features them in the actual canon of the actual manga. Therefore, making every other Zanpakuto that was featured within that arc, as except for Buddha Master, because he's part of the actual story. You know, but yeah, that just kind of confirms that basically basically all of the Zanpakuto that are shown within the actual Zanpakuto arc, that's all canon. That's all canon. So basically, Shushi's Bankai, essentially does that for the actual, Bleach fandom. But the thing is, what it does for actual power is that it has 4 dawns. The first dawn is sharing of shadow wounds. Shunsui was already very, very wounded when he went into Bankai, but during the first dawn, Lily Bow gains the same wounds Shunsui has. And then you go to the second dawn when Lily Bow is inflicted with a very serious disease. Looks like the leg, I guess. I'm not entirely sure. The third dawn is basically within the wing of the AOE. They are submerged in water, and all they can do is sink to the bottom until they're dead. But of course, Lily Bow does not do this, so of course she has to go to the 4th and final dawn and pretty much cut off his head. Now, I said within my actual review, it's actually if Shunsui had fought anyone else that is actually besides Lily Bow, or actually if Shunsui went Bankai before, that is actually before Lily Bow released his Volt standing. He wouldn't have been as wounded as he actually was. But if that actually happened, then basically we never would have gotten a huge story directly with Nanao's mother and also Shunsui's brother being that is actually being Nanao's father, and which actually confirms Shunsui is of course Nanao's uncle. So there's a lot of story there. Plus also there's of course the reveal actually of Nanao's family. Stuff like that, but that's not here nor there. But before I get to the number 1 pick, I'm going to mention some honorable mentions. First is, of course, Rose's Rose's Bankai gained Shawa Batudon. And the reason why, the actual reason why, Rose's Bankai is in the actual honorable mentions, it is because the actual one and only time Rose uses his Bankai is against Mask Masculine. Now, basically, Rose's Bankai is a very cool concept. I like it. I personally love it. But Rose fucked up. Rose fucked up because he pretty much told Masculine how to essentially be his Bankai. Which of course, if you can't heal the sounds that the actual that the Bankai that the actual golden flower Bankai dancers are actually making, they can't hurt you. One of the dancers is actually a royal. A sudden, you actually hear a sudden sound, and it actually makes you think you are drowning. And the other one is actually fire. You think you're being burned. There's a third one, but of course we don't get to see what that does because Masculine broke his own eardrums, so you can hear it. Because Rose had to tell his pal. And the last two honorable mentions are, of course, Ichigo's Tensei Zangetsu, and also Byakuya's Senbonza Takeyoshi, and basically the only reason why they are not, the only reason why they are honorable mentions because of course this is not a top 12. If it actually was a top 12, they would actually be ranked. But now, for the moment, you've all been actually waiting for that one person who has actually skipped to this part because he didn't want to hear me ramble on. But okay, my top number one favorite Bankai is, of course, Kisuke's Kanen Baraki Bendihime Watame. Kisuke's Bankai was more hyped up than Shusui's Bankai. Kisuke's Bankai was hinted at way before Shusui's. When exactly when Chad came to Kisuke wanting Kisuke to actually train him because he wanted to train against a Bankai. But of course, Kisuke being Kisuke, he actually, he gave to the freeloader, living inside of his house. And Kisuke says that basically his Bankai is not meant to, is actually not meant to actually, is not meant to actually to drain or actually, lend power to others. It's not meant for that. Then, and basically, when Kisuke is fighting Don D, asking Nuclear asking, he uses his death wing and he blows up one of Kisuke's eyes, and basically right at that second, that is when Kisuke, he goes Bankai. I'm sorry, but I have to seriously give an applause every single time that I mention Kisuke's Bankai, because oh my damn it! Alright, people of course complained. I don't know how, but they still complained. Hell, it's Kisuke's Bankai. Who cares? It's Kisuke's Bankai. But they actually complained that pretty much his Bankai had nothing to do with his actual Shikai, which is not so. Because Kisuke's Shikai has a very diverse and almost limitless arsenal of actual things it can actually do. It is almost limitless. There are things Kisuke can probably do with his actual Shikai alone, but the actual thing is, Kubo just didn't have the time to basically show it all off. So, in Bankai, there is of course an AoE, which is of course area of effect, and within this AoE, Ben Nihime can actually reconstruct anything, any way she wants. Pretty much, there is limitless potential there. Exactly with Kisuke's Bankai, he can do anything. He can pretty much do anything. With it, he can actually reconstruct his own eyes. He can actually reconstruct the actual gift ball deluxe, just to let Grimjow in, just so he can actually lay the final blow on Askin level. He can even reconstruct his own arm just to make it stronger, just so he can plow through Askin's defenses. There is limitless potential as with Kisuke's Bankai. That's why it is my number one pick. Not just because I'm a Kisuke fanboy, because of course you all know I am. So, yeah, what are your favorite Bankais? Do you have a top 10 favorite? Do you have a top 12 favorite? Do you only have a top 5? Do you only have a top 3? Whatever whatever it is, list them down below. That's all I have to say for this actual video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the channel with your friends. This is your captain. I sign 1, 2, 3. Signing out. Peace.